Am I the asshole for laughing when my friend told me he wanted to name his son Jackson with a G? Gackson. My friend's GF is 87 months pregnant, and while hanging out the other day the topic of names came up. We kicked around some pretty normal ones, Brandon, Anthony, Hector, when he suddenly threw out Jackson, which I actually like. But then he surprised me by mentioning that he wanted to name him Jackson, with a G. I immediately bust out laughing and then ask where the hell the G would go. In fact, I pretty much fell out of my chair because that shit is hilarious. Well, it turns out he wasn't messing with me, and someone on his dad's side was actually named Gackson, pronounced Jackson. I stopped laughing once he made it clear that he was deadass, but he hasn't spoken to me much in the past 2 days. Am I the asshole? Edit. 8 months prego, my bad lol. Not the asshole. Gackson is asking for the kid to get bullied, though maybe you shouldn't have laughed, but honestly I would have thought it was a joke too. Though I am concerned that your friend's girlfriend is 87 months pregnant, they should get that checked out. Jesus, what a gackass. Not the asshole. 87 months pregnant. The laughing may have been a bit insensitive, but come on, Gackson. Made me immediately think of Gack, the homemade silly putty from the 90s, and I'm confident everyone else will pronounce it as Gackson in their heads when they read his name. Not the asshole. TBH, I laughed harder at 87 months pregnant than I did at Gackson. Honestly, if you refuse to come out of the womb for 87 months you deserve that sort of name. Not the asshole. I feel bad for future Gackson for having to explain to everyone, no, it's Gackson, with a G. Hopefully you laughing in their face will make them reconsider. Not the asshole. You stopped laughing as soon as you realized it wasn't a joke, so you weren't intentionally rude, and hopefully you've prevented some poor sod coming into the world with the name Gackson. What a jerk. No. Poor kid. That's Gackson, not Jackson. Gack is like slang for crystal meth or something like that as well, among several other unpleasant noises like hacking up a hairball. Talk to you friend, for the child's sake. Edit. Whoops. Forgot not the asshole. Lol, you are the asshole a tiny bit, but only because some lunatic named a child Gackson, which is objectively hilarious. Your friend will get over himself eventually. But good God, I hope he doesn't name his son that. LMAO, not the asshole, holy hell. I know someone who named their baby Dectani. It's destiny lol. Gackson, born after 87 months gestation. If you want to be edgy just spell it with an X for God's sake. Jackson is way less embarrassing than Gackson. Not the asshole. No, they cannot name their son Gackson. Also, I'm dying over here calling him Gackson with a hard G like everyone ever for his whole life will pronounce it. Please, please, please do not let them do this to their kid. Not the asshole. This kid's middle name better be GIF or else I'm calling CPS. Not the asshole, because I've been laughing about this name for about 87 minutes now. OMG, I am literally laughing out loud all alone in my condo, and that never happens. OMG GACKSON. Not the asshole lol. Option. Jackson. Not the asshole. I would have also laughed. I'm sure the same scenario happened to the first person who told a friend they wanted to name their kid Dick. Don't even worry about it. NTA. This new spelling funky names is setting the kids up for failure. Does your friend pronounce GIF as GIF? Not the asshole. It's ridiculous. The child is gonna be bullied so hard for that name, skeptical smiley face. Not the asshole. Kids are going to call him Gack. They will make gross noises at his expense. It will not be nice. Oh God, please stop. I mean, kids named Jeffrey have a hard enough time explaining the spelling and pronunciation throughout their lives, and that is a relatively common version of the more modern spelling of Jeffrey. For God's sake, our current era can't even decide how to pronounce GIF. Gackson will live a full life of being called Gack. He'll probably marry a girl named Hailey. Poor kid. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Gackson isn't even grammatically correct for the soft G sound. I wouldn't say asshole, maybe a little rude. Granted, I probably would have laughed, too. That name is a tragedy. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Gackson is a terrible name. That poor child. Also, 87 months pregnant is completely a thing. Not the asshole. This is coming from a teacher. Literally every adult who comes across this kid will laugh at the parents and pity the child for how stupid this name is. It doesn't fit with normal phonics sound rules, and nobody will think it's supposed to be Jackson. Someone needs to be honest about how it will impact him for the rest of his life. Jackson is almost as easy and common as Smith, Williams, etc. But with Gackson, he will always have to spell it for people, pronounce it for people, and he will get confusion and weird looks. Gackson is the funniest shit I've read all day. Not the asshole. Oh God. No, they are the asshole for doing that to their kid. Not the asshole. I woulda laughed too. Thanks Dad for making the kid have to spell a simple name out for the rest of his damn life. Not the asshole. It's stupid and they should know that. Not the asshole. You'd think after 87 months they'd come up with something better than Gackson. Not the asshole. People who give their kids stupid names or stupid spellings if common names are condemning their kid to a lifetime of frustration at a minimum. I also think this stands for people with super long names with multiple, middle names, as well as hyphenated surnames. My name is so long it doesn't fit on government forms and it is a pain. Try getting a passport in legal id, or a bank account when your name is so stupidly long it doesn't fit on the forms. You are the asshole and so am I because tears of joy. Edit. I hope no one you know finds this thread, 'cause he'll be even madder. Not the asshole. Every new teacher is going to pronounce it with a hard G at roll call and no matter how much the kid corrects, that's going to be what other kids call him. Worse yet, they'll probably just call him Gack. Sorry but I saw, my friend's girlfriend is 87 months pregnant, and I almost fell off the sofa. But then he surprised me by mentioning that he wanted to name him Jackson, with a G. I immediately bust out laughing and then ask where the hell the G would go. NGL. I thought. Jagson. I laughed when I read it. Not the asshole. No assholes here because if the name means something to your friend it makes sense that he's a little miffed, but also I have been laughing since I read the title and keep laughing harder every time I read the name Gackson, so I can't justifiably label you an a-hole either. That name is a tragedy. She probably absolutely feels 87 months pregnant. And no. Not the asshole. I can literally read the sentence where you say, name him Jackson, spelled Gackson, and I still pronounce it the way it looks. There is a disconnect in my brain. I cannot look at it at C. Jackson. Dunno what else to say. I just think it's a gacked up thing to do to the poor kid. Tell him to name him after himself so he could be friend's name Goonier. Gackson. That's genius. Not the asshole. That's a fast track to his kid being bullied. Not the asshole. Every time I read Gackson I laughed. Upvoted for 87 months pregnant. Jesus, a lil over 7 years pregnant. I think she's a bit past overdue. I am sorry your friend's girlfriend is how long pregnant? Not the asshole, but I had a good laugh at 87 months pregnant. Not the asshole. I laughed as soon as I saw Gackson written out. I cannot see that as anything but, well, the way an English speaker would typically pronounce that.